Have you ever wondered why the smartest AI in the world can also be, well, a really confident liar? We tend to write off these hallucinations as just random glitches or bugs, but what if they're not random at all? What if they're actually predictable? Let's dig in.
This is the real head scratcher, right? On one hand, you have these models doing things that feel like magic, jaw-dropping capabilities. But on the other hand, they can fail in these just spectacular ways. They'll invent facts out of thin air, generate buggy code, or create images with those famously weird hands. So what is really going on under the hood? And this isn't just a quirky academic problem anymore. That represents over 1 million businesses using tools like ChatGPT probably every single day. So when these AIs get things wrong, it's not just a funny screenshot for social media. No, they have very real, tangible consequences. Think about it. A piece of flawed code could compromise an entire software system. Misleading medical advice could be, well, genuinely dangerous. As we weave these tools deeper and deeper into our lives, understanding why they fail becomes absolutely mission critical.
Okay, so to crack this mystery, the first thing we have to do is get on the same page. We need to agree on what a hallucination even is, because for a long time, the problem was that the definitions were, frankly, all over the place.
Right. It was kind of like that old story of people trying to describe an elephant in the dark. One group, touching the trunk, said it's like a snake. Another, feeling a leg, said it's like a tree. Everyone was looking at a different piece of the puzzle. Text summaries over here, image captions over there, and nobody could see the whole animal. We needed a unified way to look at it. And that's where this really brilliant framework called MOWI comes in. Just think of it as 4 different lenses we can use to diagnose any AI screw-up. First, you ask, is it a model-level failure? Like, is the AI's internal map of the world just plain wrong? Or is it an observer-level thing, where the output is technically true, but it just completely misses what a human would expect? Then there's the world level. Does the AI just not have access to the right information? And finally, you have the input level. Was the user's prompt just confusing or contradictory to begin with? This gives us a really precise way to pinpoint exactly where the error is coming from. And this is where you can really see the power of this MOWI framework. Let's take that example of code that uses an old, deprecated library. Now, an older definition might say, hey, that's not a hallucination, the code technically runs. But MOWI correctly flags it as a failure at both the model and world levels. The model's knowledge is just out of date. See? It gives us a much smarter, much more useful way to define the problem. All right, so now that we know how to identify the failure, let's play detective. Let's trace these problems back to their source. We're going to treat the AI's life cycle like a crime scene, looking for clues to figure out exactly where things went sideways.